So good afternoon everybody. Welcome back to online classes. The previous class we discussed regarding the preparation of examination. This preparation examination is very important rather than listening to the lessons, etc. So today, again from Unit 2, Brave Porter already I started. A few paragraphs I completed, I taught you that. Again, I want to continue the lesson from where I stopped the previous class. So now, what to do before I start? If you have a textbooks, please open the textbooks. Read the textbook and pointing your finger where I start, line by line and word by word, because it is neat. From reading C, in every part of the lesson, in every part of the unit, reading C, it comes under the questions making the WH words. The answer will be given underlined word. To the underlined word, we have to make the question with the WH word: what, why, which, where, when, how, like this. So you need to see each and every line. So let us begin the lesson. The Brave Porter. The Brave Porter. So the previous class I stopped here. So the tiger allowed himself to be bounded in the neck with a thick rope. The mysterious creature then climbed on to the tiger's back and pulled the rope. And there I stopped. Then the mysterious creature, after it climbed on the tiger's back, then it said to tiger, "Come on, head for home," shouted the voice. The voice, "Come on, head for the home." Who spoke these words? Whose voice was this? This type of questions definitely, and there is a chance to come. So the voice is about the Brave Porters. The tiger felt a sharp kick on his side. The tiger was terrified and he ran through the dark forest. The creature pulled hard on the rope to tell him which way to go. At the same time, it scolded, cursed, and kicked the poor tiger. Soon, they stopped in front of a small hut on the edge of a thick forest. The creature climbed down from the tiger's back and bound him with an iron cord to a nearby tree. Then he went inside the hut. The tiger could not free himself from the chain, so he had to spend a miserable night under the tree. Who was this creature? Who was able to capture such a large and dangerous tiger? Let's find out. The voice shouted, "Come on, head for home." At the same time, the tiger felt a sharp kick on either sides with the heel. At the time, the tiger was terrified and ran through the dark forest. Because why the tiger was terrified and afraid and terrible? Because the tiger already heard the woman's voice about the leak. The tiger thought maybe the leak is a dangerous animal rather than me. So that's why it was terrified. And the creature which was on his back, that means on the tiger's back, pulled hard on the rope to tell him which way to go. Usually, the farmer who riding the bullock cart, he pulls the ropes which he had in his hand, which means he directed the bullocks. He directed the bullocks which way to go. In the same way, here the tiger, here the creature also pulled the rope which way to go to the tigers. At the same time, it is scolded. It is scolded. It refers to. It refers to. Don't think about here the tiger. It refers to here the creature. The creature. The creature. So here it refers to the creature. At the same time, it scolded, cursed, and thicked the poor tiger. Soon they stopped in front of a small hut on the edge of a thick forest. Soon they stopped. They refers to here. Who are they? Who are they? The creature, and the tiger, the old tiger. So soon they stopped in front of a small hut which is on the edge of the forest. Right? The creature climbed down from the tiger's back and bound him with an iron chain nearby tree. Then he went inside the hut. The creature went inside the hut. The tiger was bound with an iron chain nearby tree in front of the hut. The tiger could not free himself from the chain. So the tiger had spent a miserable night under the tree. The very hard night, because the rain was pouring completely, continuously, and it was thick. That's why it was a miserable night. So let us assume that who is the creature? Who is the creature and who was able to capture this dangerous animal, the old tiger? Can you guess, my dear children? Yes. So now you can understand the creature is nothing but the potter. Maybe the potter doesn't know this is a tiger because it is a thick, dark night. It was a dark night. That's why he was able to understand, he was able to compare whether it is a tiger or whether it is a donkey. So in the beginning of the lesson, we may see the donkey was away from his home. So that's why in order to he was searching for his donkey, and then he found this animal in the dark night. So he didn't find whether it is a tiger. Even the tiger is also afraid before the potter comes. Already he heard about the leak. So maybe the leak was a dangerous animal. Maybe the leak was on my back. It may be climbed upon my. If I did not listen to its voice, it may be killed me also. So such a way the tiger was afraid. That's why it obeyed him. Let us see the next para. On the afternoon of the day, a potter had arrived home after a hard dark sea. Listen, who is a creature? The tiger we see. So what happened? Actually, before these things are happened, what happened in the lesson? This is the first part of the lesson. Now I am going to read. On the day afternoon, the potter had arrived home after a hard day's work. He was tired and thirsty. He had asked his wife for some palm wine. The more he drank, the better he felt. Because the potter became very tired and thirsty, then after he came to home after the hard days of the day, and then he asked his wife for some palm wine because he was tired and thirsty. The more he drank, the only thing, because he was thirsty, he was tired out, he was exhausted. That's why in order to live, in order to forget his tiredness, he wanted to take some palm wine. So more he drank, and better he felt. When he had drunk all the wine, he no longer felt tired. Yes, because all the senses are numbed. He didn't know what is happening. He didn't know whether his skin, whether his body is tired out. So he felt better. When the storm began, the porter suddenly remembered that he had left his donkey under a tyranny tree. So at the time, on the day, the storm had begun. So suddenly he woke up. Then he remembered, oh, he tied his donkey under a tree and out of his yard. So suddenly he remembered. He rushed out. Rushed out means here went out. Rushed. The word rushed. Went out. He went out of his hut to take the animal into the stable. Stable, the word stable, where the animals, the place where the animals tied or fasting. So in Telugu it is a shed, okay? Right, it's a shed. Stable. You can imagine his anger when he discovered that donkey was not there anymore. The only thing he left was its chain. Then he said, my stupid donkey must have run off into the forest. He grumbled. Grumbled in the sense with angry. He speak to himself the angry. When I caught him, I will give him a good beating. So, when the storm had begun, suddenly he remembered his donkey. Then he tied under the tree. Then he went to fetch that. So when he went there, he found there was no donkey. So just imagine. So he became angry. Then he grumbled himself. He said to himself, when I caught you, my stupid donkey, that you must have gone into the forest again. So when I catch you, I must give a good beating. That he said to himself, because he was very angry about his donkey. Let us continue the next page. The porter walked through the wet forest. When it became dark, he often stumbled over the roots and fallen branches. With each step, the porter felt angrier and angrier with his donkey. When I catch him, I tie him up under the tree all night. He muttered to himself. Hours later, the porter reached the old man's hut. There he saw an animal sleeping in front of the door. This is the point. Where the tiger was taking the rest under the Dattachu group in front of a small hut. Right. The porter walked through the wet forest. The forest is completely wet because the rain was pouring continuously on the nights. When it became dark, he often stumbled, walk unsteadily. That means padutu lestu unnadu because it was completely dark. Sometimes while he was walking on his way, because of the root, he fell down and again he get up. That was a stumbled walk. With each step, porter felt angry and angrier. ఒక్కొక్క అడుగు వేస్తూ ఉండకుంది ఈ పోటర్కి భయంకరమైన కోపం వచ్చేస్తుంది. భయంకర వర్షం, చీకటి, డోంకి మీద బాగా కోపం వచ్చేస్తుంది. Then he said to himself, he muttered, speaking quietly to himself. He muttered himself. When I catch him, here I refers to here water, and catch you refers to he addressed donkey. Remember here they refers to the creature and the old tiger. The creature is nothing but here potter. The creature is nothing but potter. Here the old man. Here I refers to the potter and you refers to in this passage especially donkey. There are two animals, don't get confused. Hours later, the potter reached the old man's hut. There he saw an animal sleeping in front of the door. Then the potter saw the animal which was sleeping in front of an old woman's hut. Then he shouted, "There he is! There he is!" That means, yes, he thought that was my donkey. There he is, the stupid animal. He shouted. Right? My dear children, here today I want you to stop the lesson, and today or tomorrow, next class I will continue. Until then, take care of yourself and read the lesson properly and read thoroughly from the beginning to here. Right?